Okay, so you guys tell me, if your friend since a long time is leaving in about 2 days to go to college, don't you think you would want to hang out with them? This is why I hate high school. Hey guys, what's up and welcome to my channel. It's your girl JTR.Beauty, aka Jada, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel again. Also, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button down below for me. Also, next to it is a little notification bell that will notify you every time I post videos. And let me tell you, those videos are something you're gonna want to be notified about because every day we're lit. You can't tell me, remember I was broke, now I'm getting rich. Okay guys, so anyways, if you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be doing my tips, advice on how to survive high school. I just graduated and honestly just so happy to be out of there. Never want to turn back, never gonna go back. Like, don't ask me to because I'm not gonna do it. That's about how you're gonna feel when you're a senior in high school. If you're like me, by the end of high school, you're just gonna be fed up and done with everyone in it and everything about it. So yeah. Well, now if you're a freshman coming into high school, these are my tips for you on how to survive those 4 years of death. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video. So tip number 1, don't try too hard. Like, honestly, that sounds cliche, but like, just don't, because high school, you're just there to get your diploma and get out of there. But of course you can have a little fun along the ways, but if you really try too hard in high school, it's just like, why? There's literally no point. Like, don't try too hard to keep old friends. When everyone says you're gonna lose basically about 95% of your friends when you enter into high school from middle school, it's about 100% true, because you will. But it happens, and that's okay. Like, I'm totally fine. Like, the people that I was friends in middle school with, everyone changes basically. So when you go from that stage to that stage of life, you see people for who they really are sometimes, and sometimes people see you for who you really are. And maybe that's just not their cup of tea, and you guys just depart. Now, your true A1s who've been there since day one are definitely just gonna follow you into high school. But if you're like me and you have no friends, then you're just gonna go through high school coasting without friends. And that's totally fine, because guess what? High school does not matter. Literally doesn't. The only thing it matters for is to get you into college. Just saying. Also, don't try too hard to dress. Like, don't. If you're like me and you're a person who likes to dress like they are about that, then yeah, dress up a little bit. You know, that was me. That's just because that's my personality. That's who I am. I like to look good. Now, if you're a person who likes to slack off, don't go into the new school year being like, oh my god, I'm about to do this, this, and that. Because 9 times out of 10, about 2 weeks after, you're just gonna be like, no sweatpants every day. And people are gonna be like, oh my god, I thought you were this, but you're this, so ew. Please. Also, don't try too hard to be prepared. What I do every year is I get the itinerary and I pick out the things that I actually would need, because high school teachers think you need everything for their class. They need their own binder, they need their own colored pencils, they need everything of their own, and no other class can share it with them. And that's 100% not true. You can literally get one big binder and share about 3 different classes in that, and get another one and share the other 3 in that one. And that will literally set you up for at least the whole semester, 1 semester. And then the next semester you take it all out and start over again. So literally, when your teachers are saying you need this, this, and that, don't believe them like that, okay? Because it's just, they're lying to you. they're telling you stuff that they want you to do to make your life harder. But you, by coming here, you know how to make your life easier. Okay? Okay. Now, but if your teacher really seems like one of those hard types, then I probably would do that. Like, get intel from other classes above you, because they will definitely tell you what's the real tea. And they will let you know what's going on with that teacher and what you actually need. Okay? Surviving high school 101. Tip number 2 is to always get on your teacher's good side. Do not be that student who is like the a-hole most of the time, who just, you know, wants to be a class clown, but really you're just annoying AF and like nobody actually likes you and your teacher definitely hates you and it's just known. Just don't do that, because at the end of the semester when you're asking that teacher to bump that 89 to an A, you're gonna wish you had gotten on their good side. And trust me, that's gonna happen to you more than likely once or twice throughout your whole high school experience. Or really more. I personally never did it because I just believe that I get what I get and I get what I deserved. I wish I had asked to bump grades, but that's a mistake I made, but not a mistake that you will make. Because I'm telling you now, ask your teachers to bump your grades. My tip number 3 to surviving high school is to get involved. I know so many people say this, but honestly, really, you guys need to get involved. For me, I did a lot of clubs because I wanted a lot of cords when I graduated. And I looked decked out. Insert picture here. Okay, you want to look like that and not like this. Okay, because if you're friends with people who get involved, when all your friends are all decked out and you're like, dang, I kind of feel left out, what you guys do to get that? You're gonna be like, well, dang, I should have been involved in this club, this club, this club, this club, and this club. And it's also a good way to find friends to share the same interests as you. I also did basketball, obviously, which honestly gave me, I think, I personally feel like gave me some lifelong friends, because your teammates are basically your sisters or your brothers or whatever's, depends on whatever you are, but it's literally because you guys go through everything together, like a crazy coach, hey, that's gonna bring up some good memories in the future. So yeah, that's like, just honestly get involved, because if you're not involved, then nobody really knows who you are, and you don't want to go through high school being a nobody. Unless that's how you want to fly, under the radar, which is totally cool. And I totally don't disagree with it. Okay, so tip number 4 kind of coincides with getting on your teacher's good side, and that is, do not be a slacker. Don't be that person, because nobody actually likes that person. Like, you'll find out either over the summers or when you guys are going off to college that nobody actually cares about you, and the fact that you're being a slacker does not make you cool, it just makes you dumb. You do not want to be in your senior year trying to thrive to get good grades because you slacked the whole rest of high school. Because if you're trying to get from a 2.5 to a 3.0 or a 3.0 to a 4.0, it ain't possible. Trust me. I kind of messed up my freshman year, got 2 B's, and that started my whole 3.9. And I know that sounds like crazy, like, whoa girl, 2 B's. But at the time, I started to take school more seriously when I entered high school. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna be an all-A student, get these grades, like I get buckets. But yeah, so I just totally recommend like coming in a freshman, especially because that literally is like the foundation for everything, because that 1 year can either mess you up or get you. Number 5 is to find friends who will make you be successful. And honestly, that's like probably hard, because like you always want to be around the it crowd, but honestly, the people who are successful and they're like thriving in high school, those are the people who you're gonna want to be friends with, because one, they're gonna help you if you need the answers to your math homework. Two, they're going to make you want to be better. Like literally, they're going to make you want to thrive because you're like, wow, they're getting this and that, I should be getting this and that. So just find people who are very successful and they're just thriving and doing what they need to do in high school, because that's honestly gonna be your holy grail. And when you guys are talking about how good your grades are and the other kids are talking about how bad theirs are, you're gonna be like, wow, who am I? Better than you, that's who. Tip number 6, and that is to not get into too many serious relationships, because one, high school is only for 4 years, and literally when they say you're not gonna be friends with most of the people you know in high school, I absolutely believe that, because people suck.
Ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I'm just kidding. People, once again, it's like transitioning from middle school to high school. You lose friends because people change, and maybe you're just not their cup of tea anymore, or they're not your cup of tea anymore. So literally just don't try to get into too many serious relationships. Don't try to be too grown before you're ready to go out there and explore, because yes, it's good to explore relationships, get to know people, you know, have that guy friend or girlfriend that, you know, you could like shack up with a few now and then, but honestly, you're gonna be leaving. You guys are probably gonna be on 2 separate sides of the country. So if you try to get into a relationship and then you guys are trying to make long distance work, we all know that doesn't work. So just don't try it. That's my recommendation. Like, I know people who are still dating and it's like, guys, what are you gonna do? Like, we all know, just break the ice. Cut the relationship. Okay, my tip number 7 is to not procrastinate. As a high schooler, you're gonna really want to procrastinate. You're not going to want to do the work. You're going to be like, man, I'm gonna find an easier way to get out of doing this work. Let me just be the first to tell you. You're not. Do the work and do it on time. Sorry. Even if you can have a chance to do the work early, do that. Because then you can enjoy the rest of your life while everyone else is stressing about how they're going to get it done tomorrow when it's due and you've already had it done a week in advance. That's just high school 101. Honestly, you can baby skirt by procrastinating in high school, like I did. Like, still get a 3.9, but just if you do it, it's not gonna make your life. Think about the future, okay? It's not gonna make the future easier for you if you're a procrastinator and you get into that habit where you procrastinate every assignment. Tip number 9, and this is next to our last tip, and this kind of coincides with the next tip, but don't be fake. And I know that's like, oh my god, I'm not fake, but like literally, it's so easy to get wrapped up in high school and all its bullcrap, and it's so easy to become something that you're not, and it's like, well, at the end of it, who are you really? So I just don't try to fit in with people who aren't necessarily going down the right path in life, especially because, you know, later on, who's that gonna help? No one. Especially not you. I know it may seem so important right now, but literally later, especially your senior year, you're gonna realize that you don't like 95% of these people that you talk to or hang out with. And you're just gonna end up leaving them behind when you go off to college. So why try, right? Okay, my 10th and final tip is to leave an impact. Like I said before, if you are one of those people who want to fly on the radar, that's fine. But be one of those people who flies on their radar and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh my god, who is this person? Like, I want to know them. Like, dang. Like, become valedictorian or something. Just leave an impact on your school, because honestly, you're gonna have some trials, some tribulations, but you're also gonna have the good times. And the good times are literally just gonna come from you being involved, not being fake, doing what you need to do, getting on your teacher's good side, all that stuff. When you come back home and maybe you do want to visit your high school, and maybe you do want to reminisce over the past, and you want people to remember you. So yeah. Alright guys, so that's basically all I have for you today. If you guys liked this video and were able to either relate to it or it helped you survive high school, let me know down below in the comment section. Also, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, because hey, why not? You like me, don't you? And then also, please be sure to subscribe, because it just be so much appreciated. Like, just please do it. Please, Charlie, just do it, because I'm saying pretty please with a cherry on top, with some whipped cream on the bottom. Just do it. Thank you so much. And also, guys, let me know what you would like to see next week, and I will see you guys then. Bye.